You know that small voice in your head that almost seems like it always knows what you should be doing. It's what you really want to do. Maybe you're walking somewhere and you see a cute girl and the voice tells you to approach her, but you don't end up doing it because you talk yourself out of it. Or maybe there's a guy you want to go meet. Maybe it's telling you that you want to quit your job and find a new job. You know, doing whatever it tells you will probably make your life better, but you typically ignore it. Or do you ever have a gut feeling to go do something and you just don't do it? Have you ever regretted not doing something in a moment where your gut told you to? That regret's like top tier. There's not much worse than that. I get it. Whenever I see somebody I want to talk to, I don't go and do it. I'll leave like, damn, why didn't I talk to them? I'm kind of a bitch. Like, I'll be talking down on myself like, fuck, why didn't I do it? I know I wanted to. Or have you ever done something that was like against what your mind was telling you? Like, you were trying to talk yourself out of it, but you still went and did it. And how you just felt amazing after because you knew your gut was telling you and you just went and did it anyways. Well, that's what your intuition is. That gut feeling or that voice telling you to do something before you talk yourself out of it, that like initial thought where it's like, go and do this, go talk to this person, go whatever. That's your intuition. And usually following that will lead you to a better life. It'll lead you to where you want to be because that's basically the world telling you what to do. It sounds stupid because it's still you thinking it, but typically with your intuition, people won't do it out of fear. They won't follow what their guts tell them to do out of fear because they feel like whatever it's going to do, people are going to be judging them, or they talk themselves out of it. They'll be in their head like, no, I shouldn't do it because of this. I'm scared because of this. There's a reason they don't go and do it. And if you actually follow that gut feeling, your life will change. If you did want to quit your job and you actually followed through with it, maybe like properly doing it, finding a new job first and find something that fulfilled you and chasing after something you want to do, or just like an ideal that you would like your life to be, but you don't do it because you feel like other people or the world would judge you because it's not something that typically people would do. It's like against the norm. But if you follow that gut feeling, you'd be a lot more happy and fulfilled. Your intuition almost always goes against your logical thinking. Whenever you have an intuitive feeling, your brain's almost always going to try to talk you out of it. So you got to just go and do it. You almost got to stop thinking to go and do it. Whenever you get that feeling, you got to just go. Ignore your thoughts and just go. Because if you sit there and think about it, you're almost always going to talk yourself out of it. So it's really like a double-edged sword because if you follow it, something great will happen. But if you don't, you just sit in that regret. It's like, damn, I really should have done that. And usually something beautiful come out of it. Like maybe your gut's telling you to go talk to this guy over here. And if you actually went and did it, and maybe you have done this, but if you actually went and did it and met this guy, it could turn into a beautiful friendship. And it's basically like it was just meant to happen. That's usually how intuitive feelings go. And it's, you ever heard about, oh, trust your gut whenever you're making a decision. And that's just following your intuition. If you do that, typically good things will come from it. And it may tell you to maybe even just like call up an old friend, somebody you haven't talked to in a long time, and you end up calling this guy and you're talking to him, and he's been going through a really hard time and needs somebody to talk to. So your phone call you might have just saved his life, or it was just good to reconnect or meet him again, talk to him again after a long time. But if he's going through something hard and you did call him just off of intuition, it's like it was just meant to happen. And usually that's what these intuitive feelings are. When you follow it, it's like, and it sounds fucking corny, but it's like the universe wanted it to happen. It's like fate almost. Your intuition subtly tells you what you actually want. Because, so let's say there was a girl, and your gut was telling you to go talk to her. Like, yeah, go talk to her. The reason they were saying that because you actually want that connection. You were interested in her and you wanted to talk to her. But a lot of the time, again, you'll get in your head and you talk yourself out of it. And afterwards, you'll be like, damn, I really should have it. And you might even convince yourself that you don't want to do that. But in reality, you wouldn't have had that initial feeling if you didn't want to. So if you followed your gut, maybe that could turn into something. You could actually end up meeting that girl and you may have a relationship with her. If not, you might have just met somebody new who you ended up liking to be around. So basically, the path forward is only revealed when we begin walking. You can't expect it to just be a lit up path for you to follow. Nothing's going to just be given to you. The reason people are usually scared to follow their gut is because it's a path to the unknown. You don't know what it is. Like I said, it's not lit up for you. It's not somewhere that's been traveled yet. You've never experienced it. So it's intimidating. It's scary. It's getting out of your comfort zone. So people will typically be too scared to follow that gut feeling. So you gotta just go for it. If you have the gut feeling, don't think and just make it happen. Go for it. I always say, if you have any goals, you gotta make that shit happen. I always end my videos with that because you can't just expect your goals to fall into your lap. It's not gonna just appear out of nowhere. You have to actually work towards whatever you want. And if it's something that you want, if you actually actively chase for it, the world will give it to you. You'll find the right path to do it, And you might not know the path. It's going to be an unknown path, but you'll find the way to make it happen. You'll find the way to get through it. So that's why I was saying the path won't be lit up. It's going to be an unknown path, but as you go, it'll start lighting up. But you won't see the whole way. You'll just kind of be taking it one step at a time. But if you have a goal and you're actively going for it, it's going to work out. So follow your gut, follow your intuition, and really just chase after whatever you're going for, and it'll happen. But that's the whole video. If you're interested in the content, please subscribe. I make self-improvement videos like this. So if you are interested, please subscribe. And besides that, you already know, if you got any goals you want that should happen, and I'll see you in the next video.